The oil is all drained out, so we're ready to put the plug back in. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this filter, so we'll talk at you later. Get that out of my face. What is wrong with you?
Just trying to get up in them nostrils.
Go on.
Got a man down. Got a man down.
No.
Got a man down.
No, I got a man
Man
being
down.
an
Man down.
I got a man being an idiot. Now go on. Acting like an 8th grader.
What are we doing down here?
It's called work.
Oh, it's called work.
Yeah.
What kind of work? Good work? What kind of work?
Good work. Good work. That's so stupid.
It's like you got an oil filterage.
Yeah, I do. Go on, get that out of my face.
Why? You was on it just a second ago. What's the problem is? Huh?
You're rudely interrupting.
I wasn't interrupting nothing. I waited till you finished.
You're a rude interrupter.
I can't see. I can't show myself because I got that bump on my lip.
Yeah, you got the funk.
Yeah, monkey
Been
disease.
slobbering on some lot lizards or something.
Oh, come on, man. I can do that now. Come on.
Huh?
Slobbering on a lot lizard?
Yeah, you know what a lot lizard is. Right?
Yeah, I know what a lot lizard is. I got a whole lot more respect for myself than to slobber on a lot lizard.
Good. That's just verifying.
You're verifying.
Yeah.
How you gonna verify though?
Well, I can tell by your reaction.
Uh-huh. Well.
Alright.
Alright, what?
Go on, I gotta put a plug in it.
Well, you better. You have oil all over the driveway.
Yeah, like somebody I know.
There's no video evidence of this ever happening.
There is Chucky evidence.
Chucky evidence.
Yes. I watched it happen with my own 2 peepers.
No, you didn't
Yeah, I
see
did.
it
Yeah, I
like
did.
coming out.
Oh yeah, I watched a man pouring it in while it's coming out the
Down there on
end,
the on the
yeah.
other
out of the
side
oil
of
pan.
it.
It's going in the engine and out the oil pan.
You know, I mean, what's the price of like a whole gallon of that now?
Of what?
Oil, Earl?
Earls?
Yeah,
Well, that cost me $21
$21.
for 5 quart or 1 gallon.
So,
But
so you can imagine.
But at, over at any of the auto places, all of your auto places are about $30 and some change. So it's about $10 more.
Oh, there's the phone.
So.
Alright. Gotta replace this sending unit that I've been working on. I got it in. Of course, I got all this stuff in the way. I don't want to get it done. So, I need to write passenger and driver. So, maybe I'll put them on each side. So I don't... Now if I can just get out of here. Alright, this is gonna work. Okay. Alright, that gives me access. I'm ready to get this out. I need to take it in the house, or the garage there. I guess we could take that with it. Just try as best I can to keep this from dirt falling in there. I don't want any dirt into there. And of course I don't have any rag. I'm gonna go get a rag. But I got this out. Just got smell the gas. Should have grabbed a rag first. Of course, that's how it's going. It's like 100 miles an hour. But it is what it is. So we got a Moeller. And, you know, anyway, we're gonna see if we can't get that adjusted right. Get a rag or something stuffed down in there. I guess somebody's calling, wanting something. It's kind of overcasty this morning. Hope it didn't rain. Neighbors are putting in some new timbers over there. See if I can reach it enough to. There we go. Just so nothing falls in there. Alright, now back to this. So I need a pair of scissors wherever they went. Probably over here. Or they got left. I don't know. They're not here. Okay. Well, let me go. I can get it open anyway. I got a knife. I'm stressed out, man. I've been stressed out for like weeks. I'm about over it. It's just too much going on. But then I'll get a little bit of a, you know, like energy, and then we're off to the races again. Yeah, I got this Moeller sending unit. They're kind of universal, you know. I smell gas. Got some gas in here. I don't like that's another reason I got that gas is out of that boat of his, that HydroSport. Sorry, I just, you know, anyway. This one's part number 035722-10. And, you know, all of them are about from, you know, 30 ohms to 330 ohms. That's why I use that 100 ohm resistor. If you was wondering. Because, I mean, anyway, get it open because, it, you know, it's going to take an act of Congress. And then we'll see what we're dealing with. So, the good thing is, like, you have your old one out. You almost have to take them out just so you can see what they are. Some are reed style. Some are like this. And then just lay them down side by side. I try to put you over here, but I got junk everywhere. I mean, like everywhere. You see, I got notes. Yeah, we're not prepared again. It's the way it is. Yeah, that's a pretty strong smell of gas. I'm gonna go ahead and put my cans outside because, you know. But we'll get it in. We'll get it all in there. Alright, just so. Alright, so I had to get gas out of there to move the tank. You know, I had to take all the little screws out of there, remove the back seats, remove the whole seating thing for this HydroSport in order to get to that sending unit. It's not terrible. It's just let me get some lights on. Okay, so it's not terrible, but you know, you gotta have a bunch of cans I'm really not set up for this. A 55 gallon drum is probably, could be best, but then, you know, you don't want to store that much gas. This was only temporary. I haven't had to do this really ever, because most of the stuff comes in, even if past sending unit, like I can get to it, change it. And then also, like, typically, like, if somebody knows they have to change theirs, then they bring in like their boat and it's fairly empty. Anyway, there's the first time for everything and just trying to figure it out. I did use Chucky's pump. I pumped the old fuel out and then I put it into these containers. This is most of it. So this guy brought me these 3, which is a 5 gallon and then 2 3 gallons. And then I used my 5 gallon container. And then I bought a new 5 gallon container because I needed it. Right? And then I also had a 2.5 gallon container. And then I had about a half a tank of gas in my 3 gallon tank. You know, it's just one I used to test people's stuff with, and then, but yeah, so, you know, kind of adding these up, you know, 5, 5, and 5, which are a little full. You know, you're at 15, and then 18, and 21, and then that'd be 2.5 gallons. So we're at 23.5, probably 3 gallons in there. That's 26. And then, of course, I had to dump a little bit of fuel. So, you know, if I've got, because I don't have enough containers. Sorry, but it is what it is. So, 5 gallon, a little less than 5, maybe 4.5 went in there. So, what did I say? 21, 23.5, 26.5. And then that would have been 4 gallons. So we're at, say, 30.5, and then some went into this one as well. Oh no, I know. Yeah, 30.5, and then I filled up 2 1 gallons that I had that were like basically trashed. So that's gonna have to get, you know, trashed too. It's all gonna have to go to the recycler, you know, downtown Nashville. And so what did that end up being? I don't know, because I can't do math. No, what did I say? Yeah. And you know, just checking, first off, you want to make sure, go through the hole. So they made it slightly, you know, just ever so slightly. We can get rid of this because we're not going to reuse any of this. But you just take these guys, maybe you can get it off, and you know, you can literally, like, you can either do like I just did and then just measure the arm, or, you know, lay them side by side. They're both swinging up, so one is maybe they're about right, you know. Like, I thought it was a 10-inch, but maybe they're not. This one's just a little less. It is what it is. I thought I would have to adjust it, but looks like, you know. But this comes, it's like, I don't know, what did it say? Is it 6 to 12? You can get them a little longer. But I think this is good because that gives you just a little bit more fuel. Like, if you think you're out, you know, like, this would be a good thing because, but maybe on your tank, it's just not going to read quite like it did before. And a fuel sending unit is pretty much like, it's, I don't know, it's like, it's going to read what it's going to read, and there's nothing you can really, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's just giving you a basic indication of where you are. It's not digitally accurate. You know, I'm sure you could get a digitally accurate gauge, but you don't really need it. Because you're like, oh, I'm about out of fuel. I'm going to fill up. You know, or yeah, I'm full. And maybe you got some more room for the tank. Maybe you don't. We're going to throw this guy in. They give us a little packet. And they gave us some screws too. And I don't really think I'll need a lot of this, but I'm going to use it. Sometimes, you know, you just got to check. Now, what am I talking about? See, like I'm losing it. I'm going to use the screws because and the new gasket, like I said, man, my brain's always like trying to be 20 yards ahead, but I'm really not. You know, you got these screws. So the first thing really is like, we don't need these because, you know, it is what it is. You want to add them on, that's fine. Like, do another one just in case on the bottom. Now that won't ever come off. But and I could have slid it. We gave them two. I could have slid the other pair up here, but it's fine. And then right here where our screw is, we're just gonna put it on there until I get it like in the boat, whatever. And then we're gonna have our gasket. And our gasket is kind of has this little hole. And if you got one that's got the little hole, you can just line them up. You know what I mean? But they're a little concentric. I mean, because the gasket will just turn like until the holes line up. See, like right now, those two holes didn't line up. Well, they all line up. Well, how about that? See, that never happens, because like if you go to this one, and then you can see like, oh, we're off. You know, so you just gotta line up your holes, and then, yeah, get her done. Get her done, get her did. Alright, I've got a couple little wires that this thing's got it looks like a ground, and then your signal wire was the red, that's the way it was, and then they also have this green over here, and I'm guessing it was a ground too. I'm gonna hook up just the 2 wire just to see if we get anything on our gauge, and then kind of go from there. But just, you know, you don't want nothing to touch or nothing because you're putting this on. So alright, so now if I lift this up, yeah, our gauge goes up. Good. So that's what's happening. So there's our gauge right here, and if we lift our arm, we can see, you know, it goes up. So I'm ready to put this on and be done with this, put it all back together. So once you start tearing it apart, man, it's a real pain. Anyway, we're just gonna slide this thing down into our tank and get our screws in. And this one was kind of like this direction, if I remember. So I just gotta line up my holes. Sometimes I just get a little pick, and that helps. And just slide this. You know, you can do a couple things like so yeah, you just line up your gasket. Is that right? Can't tell. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that lines up. And then just make sure our sending unit is lined up. So I don't think it's that way. It would be more this way, maybe. Anyway, you get the idea. I just gotta line up the holes. And I like that it's pointed this way. I just don't want to go all the way there, because then, you know, it's not going to be like in the tank. So we'll see where it wants to be. Like right there is where that's lining up, but then we don't. And one thing you can do too is like you can get a screw started like on a couple sides through the gasket. So like once you get the gasket lined up, you just you know, you do that. So this one, it's kind of, I don't know, it might be easier to pull it out and line it up, but you're just gonna take this gasket and line it up the holes where they line up all the way around like that. And then when I put this through, that rubber will kind of hold it. And you don't need it everywhere, you just need it, or you could do all of them, I guess. And I could get out my right tool and, you know, just don't do it over here where you drop a, you know, a screw or whatever. But you still got to be able to see to line up. So that's why you only want to do it like a couple of them. Just make sure we're clean there. Pick up any debris. So we're not lined up there is not right, and so let's keep going around. So we're lined up there, yeah, and then you don't have to like go tight, you just need to make it snug. And so we're gonna go, first of all, we have our black, so let's go to where it normally would have been, I guess maybe there, or, you know, my wiring would go up like so. So once I know I'm right, I'm just gonna put, you know, like my signal wire on. And that driver works great. And then like this one we could put to here, so we'll take it back off. Excuse me. Not sure why they did this, but it's probably feeding the ground somewhere else, which is, you know, not sure why it like get, I don't know why they did, anyway, about like that tight. And then this one could go here, or it could go here. This would be like the ground, so we can probably just do it right here. That's why by hand it's better, because then you know you're not, you know, over stressing it. I don't know what that pounds would be, but that's not going anywhere. And so now I'm gonna just put a little fuel in it, like say 5 gallons, and what I want to see is our gauge go up. So let me get set up for that, and, you know, figure out a place where I can set you where you can watch it, maybe time lapse it, or I don't know what I'm. Alright, I'm gonna start with these 3 gallons. It'll be easy, I think. Just take things out of it and pour them in there. Hopefully they don't leak. Probably will. Probably have you guys just keep an eye on this gauge over here. I guess I could put a funnel. Let me go grab a funnel. That might be. So that's 6 gallons. Yeah, it came up a little bit. I'm gonna keep filling her up. I think I gotta use the pump on the next deal. Alright, I got this set up. So, got a few of these to go through, and this is gonna take a bit. And the blackbirds are going crazy over here at the feeder. I mean, you know, it's like, you need to get out of here. Let my cardinals and them eat. Why are you guys over here like this? I guess I'll put it on the ground because they like eating it on the ground. Maybe they'll stay down here on the ground. And I gotta get that back on because that's been knocked off. Probably from them freaking birds. Got bugs in it. Alright, well, if it's not one thing, it's three things. Okay, so we know that our sending unit's working, so we know our gauge is working. So I could probably go ahead and put the screws in it, but then I also I want to find out where he's got, you know, these lights. He wants these lights repaired. These little, right here, this, I can't figure out where it's going. So I think it's coming from, you know, his batteries for his trolling motor up to here. And then it's like, it probably goes to all of them. Like, it's all in series. None of them are working. So, but this one's missing up here. So I'm thinking that probably, you know, it's just missing. So, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's unplugged, it's down in there, but I had to get in this rod box and all this stuff. So I think the next thing is just finish up my job here. You know, put this back together, and I gotta figure out where that ground is going, because we shouldn't even need it. I mean, you know, if there is, I'll run another ground somewhere. I mean, I guess I could stop what I'm doing and push this back, because if I fill this all the way up, then I'm gonna have to take it all back out again. So I think that's what I'll do next. Yeah, I've already put a little in it, and I don't want to put too much because then I can't move it. So just to get it back where it was. And probably, you know, I don't know, you know, that's the thing, like, I'm gonna make sure. I think that's it, because this was a little bit there. Just get it all in there. I may, after I do this 5 gallons, go ahead and put the seat back in, because I know the sending unit's working. I don't know, you know, maybe we could vacuum it out a little bit, we could clean it. I really, you know, you're not going to see this area. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to hose it out. Throw some super clean down there and hose it out, but, you know, you're not going to see it. I don't know, you know. Let me think about it, and then I'll, but yeah, you can see it's all the way back now. And I went to Harbor Freight, got me a couple things. Needed this, a quick change of magnetic nut setter set. That come in handy. But I don't know what it is, 6, 8, and 10 millimeters. So now I gotta go get the standard one, because that's wrong. And then I've got, I went and bought some other screwdrivers, because them Quins, I don't know. I'm really not too fond of them. And these have the, you know, where you put a socket on it or put a wrench. So I kind of like that. You know, just, you know, get a knife into it already. Because the way things are going. Like yesterday I got absolutely nothing done. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't, you know. I was like, didn't like it. Anyway, these are all going to go into my carrying case that I take out to the lake. And I'll take those other Quins and figure out what it is I want to do with them. It's got a couple of big ones, flat, you know, Phillips. It's got a you know. Anyway, you get the idea. So what I plan to do here is just put the seat back in and put some screws in it. That's what I'm gonna do. I vacuumed one side, I gotta vacuum that side, and I guess I can get a couple of them or get them started. I'll probably have to get some blocks of wood for this. It's gonna be hard to hold it in position while I get the screws in. If I had somebody here to help me, it'd be great. I can put the back plate on, so we're done with that. And then, I don't know, I might be able to get this side on. I guess I'll try this side first, and if I need help, I'll get some help. But thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at HawkeyeMarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.